Good morning grade 6. Welcome back to grade 6 mathematics class. Hope you all are doing great today. So in the previous class we had discussed the first 3 questions from revision time exercise. Today let's discuss the rest of the questions. So starting with question number 4. So this is from page number 247 of your textbook. So the question says, the following pictograph shows the average time spent on the internet by 100 students after school hours in a week. So here you can see a pictograph. Now here you can see the scale is given as one symbol represents 5 students, and based on the pictograph you are supposed to answer the following questions. How many students remain online for less than 20 minutes, 45 minutes and more than 60 minutes? Now here look at the pictograph. In one column of the table you can see the time spent in minutes, whereas the second column shows the number of students based on pictures or symbols. Now the scale is given as one symbol represents 5 students. Look at the first question, the number of students who remain online for less than 20 minutes. So look at the row that represents the number of students who remain online for less than 20 minutes. How many symbols do you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 symbols are shown in the pictograph and each symbol represents 5 students. So what is the total number of students? That would be this 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 or 5 into 5, which is equal to 25. So what is the number of students who remain online for less than 20 minutes? It is equal to 25 students. So that is the answer to the first question. Now the second question, it is being asked to find the number of students who spends 45 minutes online. So look at the row which represents the number of students who remain online for 45 minutes. How many symbols do you see there? You can see 4 symbols. You can look at your textbook now. Now you can see 4 symbols given in the pictograph, and that equals a total of 4 into 5 students, and that is equal to 20 students. Similarly, find the number of students who remain online for more than 60 minutes from the pictograph. Now there is a second part to the question. It says, say whether the following statements are true or false. The first statement, 45 students spent 30 minutes online. Is it true? How many students spend 45 minutes online? It is equal to a total of 4 into 5, which is equal to 20 students. So the statement given there is false. So have a look at the second statement. Based on the pictograph, you have to answer whether the statement is true or false. So I hope it is clear to you. Now let's discuss the fifth question. The fifth question says, the time taken by 25 students to solve a particular problem in minutes is given below. Now represent the information in a table using tally marks. Now you can see some raw data given to you. Now based on the table, you have to answer the following questions. So the first step for you is to go through the data given to you, the raw data, then analyze the data, and you have to organize the given data into a table using tally marks. So what is the data given to you? This is the time taken by 25 students to solve a particular problem. So the first student here has taken 4 minutes to solve the problem. The second student has taken 5 minutes to solve the problem. The third student also took 5 minutes. Similarly, the time taken by 25 students is given here. Now, for the table, you can have the first column as the student number, like student 1, 2, 3 and all. The second column you can put it as tally marks, and the third column you can put it like number of students. Now once you are done with the table, you can easily answer the questions given here. So that was about question number 5. Now question number 6 says, represent the information given in question 5 in a bar graph. So we know in a bar graph we represent data using rectangular bars. Now that you have the data represented in a table using tally marks, you can easily plot the data onto a bar graph. Make sure you draw the bar graph on a graph paper, and you have to choose an appropriate scale for the bar graph. If you are going to draw a vertical bar graph, you can choose the x-axis to represent the student number, like student 1, student 2 and all. And for the y-axis, you can choose the label to be the time taken by the student in minutes. So you please draw the bar graph on a graph paper. I hope the question is clear to you. Let's discuss the 7th question. It says, the given bar graph shows the marks of 70 students in a science test. Based on the bar graph, answer the following questions. What is the least marks scored by students? How many of them scored the least marks? So have a look at the bar graph given to you in the exercise. So on the x-axis, you can see the marks obtained is labeled, and on the y-axis, it represents the number of students who scored that particular mark. So in the bar graph given, you can see the x-axis represents the marks obtained, whereas the y-axis represents the number of students. You can see the scale given here is 1 unit is equal to 4 students. So the scale means each unit length on the y-axis represents 4 students. So the first question is, what is the least marks scored by students? How many of them scored the least marks? So have a look at the bar graph. You can see what is the least marks given there. The least mark given there is 4 marks. And how many of them scored the least marks? What is the number of students who scored the least marks? Look at the bar graph corresponding to the mark 4. You can see it extends to the point 8 on the y-axis. So it represents the number of students as 8. So how many students obtained 4 marks? It is equal to 8 students. So similarly, go through the rest of the questions given here and answer according to the bar graph. So I hope the question is clear to you. So today your activity is to complete all the questions from revision time exercise. Also, you're supposed to complete the multiple choice questions given in page number 248. So once you're done with all the answers, please to take a picture and send us through Microsoft Teams. So that's all for today, children. Let's meet in the next class. Till then, bye.